Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube. I'm Vivian. I'm just going to get right into this video because none of us need any fluff. Subscribe, leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, let me know what you think. Anyways, this video is for anyone who has heard about the iOS update, who wants to update their phone, who wants to use these widgets but has absolutely no idea what the hell they're doing. Here we go. The newest thing with this update is the fact that you can use these widgets, and these widgets are basically your main basic apps that are now large on your screen. So grab your phone. So there are two things that you need to do before you start this process. Number one is download Widgetsmith. Widgetsmith is the #1 app that everyone is using to create these widgets. There are other apps that are out there that you can download to like personalize or just, I don't know, make things more aesthetically pleasing, I guess, change the colors and everything like that. But this is the main app that you need. So Widgetsmith, download that. The next thing that you need to do is clear out all those apps that you have on your phone that literally you like touch once a month, you touch once every couple months, or whatever it is, because now when you get rid of it from your screens, you can get rid of it without deleting the app. Let's say you haven't touched Venmo for a month, right? And it's something that you rarely use. Go ahead and hold it down. You're gonna say remove app, and then you're going to click move to app library. So when you scroll all the way over, however many slides you have, you're gonna see app library, which is where everything is going to stay. So basically you can just live on one main screen instead of having 50,000 screens with all these different apps. Also delete your apps that you barely use because that just takes up space, and storage is everything. Okay, so you did those two things. What remains are your apps that you use every day, maybe your social apps, Instagram, YouTube, your health apps, your camera, your clock, your notes. These are like your basic must-have apps that, well, me personally, that you use all the time. Now that you have that, we are going to start customizing. So what you do is you open up Widgetsmith. Widgetsmith has 3 different sizes. One is small, one is medium, and one is large. Each different size gives you a list of possible apps that you can put into that size, if that makes sense. So let's say, for example, the small widget, you can add time, you can add date, you can add a custom photo, you can add a calendar, a reminder, and a health activity. Oh, and sunrise and sunset, like times like that. Then your medium app, your medium size widget, you're able to add time, a calendar, like the date, a custom, a photo, and reminders. So it offers different apps that you can put into that size widget. And then lastly, the large one, it offers you to do time, a custom, when I say custom, it means like a custom photo, a custom, let's say if you got a picture from Pinterest, you can bring that into custom. It allows you to do a calendar and reminders. So also doesn't give you the full list that, let's say, the small size did. So what you need to do is kind of think of the things that you want to look at every single day. So for me, for example, I want to look at my calendar every day because I never know what day it is. I never know what time it is. And I know that I could look at that at the top of the screen, but I can also create it into a widget so that it's nice and big in front of my face. I want to know what my activity is for the day, which right now is absolutely 0. And then I want to know my calendar in like a specific way to see what is actually like under the date, not just what the date is. I also wanted to know, I just went to the next one, I also wanted to know what my to-do list was, which I'll show you how to do that in a second. And I just put my top 3 there. And then I'm wondering, since I take photos, I'm always wondering when sunset and sunrise are. So this is my screen right now. I have the calendar at the top. I personally like to keep my main apps on the front screen and then kind of like my socials on the second screen, just because it makes me think of it makes me stay more conscious of how much I'm going to these apps. So I made it very, very basic. The background of mine is a photo that I took, and I'll be happy to share that on my Instagram. If you want to go to Instagram, I'll upload a lot of different photos that you can put as your background. Okay, but let's start the entire thing now. So basically how to create your widgets. So we are going to go to our app Widgetsmith, And we are going to go down to add small widget. So it's gonna look like this, and they're numbered. Don't leave them numbered, because when you leave them numbered, you have absolutely zero idea what that is, and you are able to label them, which I have seen so many people just skip that, and I'm like, what? I don't know. When I'm then implementing, like putting it into my actual screen, you have to choose it, and it's like number 1 through 10. It's like, what the heck? I don't even know what it was. So definitely label them. So I'm gonna go small 9, and I want to make this one, let's say, make this the calendar as in the month. So I'm gonna hit month, and then I can choose a font, which is so fun. Everyone, I feel like, is kind of gravitating towards New York because it's very aesthetic and simple, whatever. Okay, and then the tint color, which means like the text color, I want that to remain white, and I want the background, they have so many fun colors, I want the background to be, let's say this pastel pink, okay? So I'm gonna do that. Oh, and you can do a border, but I don't want the border. Actually, we'll make the border white. Okay, so I'm gonna go back, and then I'm gonna hit tap to rename, and I'm gonna say pink small calendar. Save. Great. So now I have that pink small calendar added. How do I get that on my home screen? What I'm gonna do is I'm going to hold down the screen, just like an empty area of the screen, and in the top right for me, it might be in the top left for you, there's a plus button. So you're gonna hit the plus button. These are things that you can add to your screen, but to get to that specific widget that we just made, we're gonna scroll all the way down and go to Widgetsmith, and we're gonna hit add widget, and, oh sorry, we hit small because it was on small, it was already there. What you see pop up is the first widget you made. So that's not mine. For me, it was number 9, which we then relabeled the small pink calendar. So I'm going to tap on the widget I just made. I'm going to tap on the list, and I'm gonna hit pink small calendar. And I'm gonna tap out, and boom, there it is. So now I can just rearrange that wherever you want. If you want to make it, you can add it really wherever you want. If you want to bring this to your front screen, you can bring this over to your front screen. You can bring it to your just the gray area over there, whatever that one's called. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it over this way. And I think I removed this one, so hold on, let's bring that back. So that was making a small one, and the small ones, like I said, you can do your time, you can do your health, you could do whatever. Let's say now you just want to add a photo because your background of your phone is like super, you know, very calming, but you want to add your favorite photo ever. So let's go do that. You're gonna go to your Widgetsmith app, and let's say your custom. So we're gonna hit custom, and we're gonna hit photo. Select a photo, choose a photo. We're gonna go to albums, and we're gonna hit favorites, and I'm gonna scroll all the way up to one of my favorite photos with my nephew. So we're gonna do that one, and then I'm going to hit photo with T, save. Great, so I just made that one. Now I'm gonna hold down my main screen, I'm gonna hit the plus sign, I'm gonna scroll all the way down to Widgetsmith. We made a large one, so I'm gonna scroll over to the large, add widgets, and boom, there's our photo. Because it is large, it would only fit a large and 2 small widgets. So because there's a medium one there, which I'm gonna remove, I'm gonna hit remove widget, remove, and there comes in that small one, and we can add another small one. So why don't we go here. I can just add one that I previously made just to make things easier because now we are getting it. We can do a sunrise, sunset. How about that? There you go. So I mean, you can make this your home screen, you could do whatever. I personally wanted to keep my home screen somewhat similar to the other ones that like our previous ones having the apps. I also am so used to seeing the apps as they are, like how Apple made them. So I'm really not one to make the little apps all different colors, which you can, and that would be just like go home to someone else's YouTube because that's just not who I am. But I hope that this shows you like how simple it is to create the widgets and that you can create them for functionality rather than just like getting totally wrapped up in the aesthetic of everything. Like, this is still very pretty, but like also very functional. But I hope that this video at least helped you clarify how to use the actual widgets, and then if you want to go out and have fun and, you know, add all different colors to everything, then go ahead and do that. But just the basics of how to use the actual widgets app and how to make those at least simple and cute and kind of also functional. Oh, to create your to-do list, go into the actual app of your iPhone reminders first. It has to be made in the reminder first. You're gonna hit add list at the bottom right. I wanted the color purple, but for this instance we could do orange, and we can do like a fun little star that says to do. So we're gonna create that, hit done, and then in that list you can start typing. Okay, so when you're done with that, you're gonna open widgets, and whatever size you want to do, I think you can make it in the medium, so let's do it in the medium, which is big enough. You can go down and then hit reminders. And the second tab is going to be, you can select how many of the reminders that you want. So since this is my technical second to-do list, I don't want to upload the first one, so I'm going to deselect the first to-do list that I made previously. I'm going to select just the second one. The filters, we'll say all reminders. I want it in New York, and then we can do the tinted. I want the text to be white. Actually, let's make it purple just for this, you know, fun little thing that we're doing. And then let's make the background a darker purple with a white border. And I'm gonna hit to-do list. I'm gonna relabel it to-do list number 2. Save. I'm gonna hit the plus sign, and then I'm going to go down to widget Smith, medium, add widget. So the one that uploaded is my previous to-do list. So what we're gonna do again is tap it, tap the gray bar, hit to-do list number 2, and then there we go. That is our to-do list. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that if you have any questions, you'll ask. There are so many videos out there right now on all these updates, but I hope this one just kept it real simple and showed you exactly how to use the widget app to create the widgets, and that's it. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Leave me your thoughts, your comments, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.